Recently, we headed to Twisted Sourdough Pizza, which is located about 15 minutes off of the Las Vegas Strip. We had heard great things about this location and of course had seen the viral giant mozzarella sticks. So we wanted to try it for ourselves and see if it was as good as it seemed.
When we arrived at the restaurant, I was mesmerized watching them make the sourdough pizza crust in the cone shape. I honestly could have stood there for hours watching them make all of the different food options, and that's what ultimately made my decision on what to order. I went with the pasta cone. It was a sourdough bread cone stuffed with spaghetti and topped with melted mozzarella cheese. This was a really fun meal, but flavor-wise, it wasn't the best meal I've had in Vegas. First of all, the cheese was very stringy. I have to say, they were not chintzy on the cheese. It seemed every bite I took resulted in a never-ending string of cheese. The bread and pasta weren't bad, but I would say they were just average. The pasta sauce tasted very basic, which was disappointing because they advertised their sauce as homemade, and I wish the flavors would have been a bit better. The sourdough bread cone was nice and crispy, but once again, it just didn't quite live up to my expectations. Just for fun, I decided to take a bite out of the bottom of the cone, which resulted in an even bigger cheesy mess. So maybe don't be like me and eat it from top to bottom like a normal person instead. I think it's worth ordering one of these cones for the uniqueness, just don't expect to be blown away with the flavors.
When our group got to Twisted Pizza, I knew I needed to be the one to order the giant mozzarella stick. It was like this giant block of gooey, melty cheese encased in an Italian seasoned covered breading was created just for me. It was fun opening the mozzarella cheese stick and seeing the cheese string an entire arm's length. And because I'm the goofy Star Wars nerd that I am, I had fun pretending it was a lightsaber. I wasn't really sure if this giant cheese stick was going to be good or just a typical Vegas excessive food item. I, however, am very happy to report this massive cheese stick was in fact delicious. While the mozzarella cheese itself was really good and the crispy breading added a nice, excellent texture, the thing that really amazed me was the deliciousness of the Italian seasoning on the breading. It was so good. Not only was this fun to eat, it was worth going off the Las Vegas Strip for. And as a bonus, the marinara sauce that came on the side was also very good. Honestly though, this giant cheese stick was so full of flavor, it didn't really need the sauce, but it was nice to have the option.
I ordered the Jurassic Poppers because I normally love jalapeno poppers, but I have to say I was not fully surprised for what I was about to experience. The order comes with 2 of these poppers, and first of all, they are absolutely massive. It was almost as big as my hand. I tried to break it open, but failed miserably. Not only did I not fully break it in half, but my thumb was almost instantly burned from the filling inside. These poppers were insanely hot, so I really should have waited until they cooled down a bit. I decided to just take a bite out of the other end, but sadly only ended up with breading and jalapeno with no filling. At this point, things were falling apart rather quickly, so I decided to just go all in and take a bite out of the center. After burning my hand once again, the heat started to hit me, and this time it was a spicy heat, not just the temperature heat. The flavor was honestly really incredible, but they definitely lived up to the name of being Jurassically hot. If you enjoy spicy foods, then I would highly recommend that you try these, just maybe wait a little bit longer for them to cool off like I should have done. And if you don't enjoy spicy foods, then you might want to steer clear of ordering this and try something different instead.
Right next door to Twisted Sourdough Pizza, you'll find Crepe Expectations, which is another restaurant that we tried and really enjoyed. Click here now to check out that video next, and make sure you subscribe for all things Vegas.